Hi, welcome to the yoga room. Today we're going to take a load off our shoulders. So this upper back, particularly right here, is a tough spot to get into. But there are some yoga moves that we can use to kind of invite the back to loosen. So we're going to squeeze and release, inviting fluid into the shoulders, and also do some anti-computer moves. So let's just start out. I'm going to do the class in the chair and on the floor. If you're chair bound, you could stay in the chair the entire class. So let's just start out with, like, if you were doing jumping jacks, let's start with both hands, just in the chair, keeping your arms in the same plane as your torso. So not forward, not back, just up and down, up and down. And my palms are facing each other. So we're warming up the shoulder. And now let's do something a little different. Right, left, right, left. Keeping the opposite shoulder stable. So not dropping the opposite shoulder, but keeping it stable. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So your shoulders should feel a little warm now. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And let's roll the shoulders back. So really roll. You could get them down and then up by your ear and down. Push the skin down your back. Pull up. Push the skin down your back body. Roll the shoulders up to your ears. Roll the flesh down the back body. Up. Roll the flesh down the back body. And roll the flesh down the back body. And then hold the bottom of the chair. Okay? And now we're going to go kind of, I call it the octopus. If you've ever seen an octopus, you know, they move like this, except they've got 8 arms. So I'm sliding hand to knee, back to hip, and rolling the shoulders as much as I can. So remember, in yoga, you start where you are, you use what you have, you do what you can. So as much movement as possible in that upper back. And you can do this standing. I didn't put chairs a prop, but you can do this standing if you like, or even sitting on the floor. Okay, so next, I'll show you sideways. I'm sitting towards the front of the chair, grabbing the seat of the chair, squeezing that upper back together and lifting up, pushing my feet down. And then looking between my knees, squeezing that upper back, pulling down with my fingers, looking down, squeezing, looking down, and once more, squeezing that upper back. Okay, so next, heels of hands on the front of chair and drop down as much as you can. You could go as little as this, or as far down as that. Whatever works, we'll do that 10 times. Make sure your feet are straight ahead. Let's do it together. And stop if you've had enough. And the last one is 10. Okay, come back on the chair, put your heels up on the leg of the chair, move your buttock back, and you can either touch the floor or touch the rung under the chair and stretch the front of the body. You can even hold the seat of the chair, just so you can feel the front of the body stretching, rather than, you don't want to push your heart back, but the sensation that your heart is a jewel just floating in your chest. If you push back, the heart is not relaxed. So whatever works for you, if this works, or this works, that the heart is suspended. And push the buttocks back, push the head forward. Squeeze the upper back. And before we go on to the floor, let's just hold the side of the chair to stabilize the shoulders as we drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Head up, left ear towards left shoulder. So this is the sternomastoid muscle that you're probably feeling. And again, right ear to the right. And left ear to the left. Now we're going to hold our head, lengthen the back of the neck, turn to look to the right. Forward, turn to look to the left. Come forward. And now many people are watching the crown. You remember the Queen's wave, right? Fingers all together, not apart, Queen's wave, and extend. So extend the collarbone from the center to the index finger on the right and the index finger on the left. And then find your ring finger and imagine you're looping back the energy circle out to the index finger, over to the ring finger, and back to your shoulder, and extend. Lifting the back of your neck, widening the back of your pelvis. And then push the seawater down. So now we're going to go on the floor. But if you are chair bound, you can stay on your chair. And just for an example here, if you're on your chair, it'd be nice to have a table. So if you were on your chair, you would want a block, and you're going to put your head on the table on the block. Okay? And I will demonstrate on the floor. So you can get down on the floor, and sit on your heels. You might want a blanket under your knees. And we're going to take our block, put it in front of us, and now put our chin on the block. And if you're sitting on your chair, you're going to put your chin on the block on the table. Okay? Like so. And this is an anti-computer yoga move, okay? So chin on the block, drop the heart down, and you can put your hands forward or beside you. It's more stretch if the hands are in front. So you really feel the squeeze right up here. And come on up. Now we'll put our forehead, our third eye, onto the block. So I'm sitting with my knees wide and my toes together. Okay, and then dropping my head down. So forehead down. And arms ahead. So what we're going to do, probably better this way, is stretch the armpit chest here. And then press the heels of the hand down and lift the fingertips up. And drop the fingers. And you're going to walk over to the right with your hands and drop your left ear on your left upper arm. Push the left hip back. And then walk to the left. Drop your right ear on your right upper arm and stretch here. Come back to the center. We're going to do the anti-computer stretch again, putting the chin on the block. Dropping the heart, so we're squeezing back here. Up. Move your knees closer, hands forward, and drop the heart. This is downward puppy. You can put your forehead on the mat or the forehead on a block. So this is on the block. And this is on the floor. And I'm moving my armpits out and in. So armpits out, armpits in, armpits out, armpits down, armpits out, armpits down, armpits out, armpits down. And let's come back. We're going to repeat the chin on the block. Pushing down here. And then finally onto your back, taking the block under your pelvis. So you can go on the lower part of the block or the medium. If you're in your chair, you could grab the back of the chair and lift your heart. But here we're going to squeeze that upper back together. So compress the upper back. turn your elbow cracks to the ceiling. And then palms up, and then turn your hands. Okay? Flatten the back of the neck, lengthen the back of the neck, press down the hands, the elbows, and the back of the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lift your butts, and point the buttock flesh to your knee. Press down the back, press down the shoulders. Move the buttock flesh towards your knees. Come down, rest. Squeeze that upper back together. Turn the elbow cracks towards the ceiling. Okay, squeeze the elbows close and then turn your palms down. Press the hands, the elbows, and the shoulders down in the back of your head. Lift up. Move this buttock flesh towards your knees. Press down the shoulders. And come down. And just grab your knees. And roll like a baby. And come on up. So, thank you for inviting me into your house, and I hope you enjoyed the mini yoga lesson and your shoulders feel a little looser, and I will see you on Thursday.